Talk to me when you stream for like 16 hours and don't win. That's
Oh, I did. I did exactly that. Don't worry. My sister and I, we were like, okay, we're gonna end stream once we won. It was like 7 hours later. We did that a few days in a row. So definitely put in more than 16 hours.
oh wow, oh wow, oh
Wow.
All right.
oh.
We have kind of the same. Well, we have e4, e5, knight c3, the Vienna game.
This is interesting. This is cutting edge theory. Now, you know, there's different instances of bishop c4, knight f3, when it's better to play one move versus the other. A lot of grandmasters, they opt for c6 and knight f6 when you play bishop c4. What is Austin going to play here?
As long as he doesn't push the F pawn, I'm happy.
Yeah, that's a move that, well, queen g4 here is actually, I think, one of the theoretical moves. Knight f3, though, he seems very well coached in the opening. I mean, his first couple moves are solid and basically the best moves in the position. Ooh.
And again, Mountain is doing some weird stuff, guys.
Yeah, he doesn't really follow most opening principles.
But he does. That's the thing. When he plays, he does. So what's going on?
It's the pressure.
Rook
Which
g1.
I don't even know how Thor would crumble under pressure.
Ladies and gentlemen, rook g1. That is a very subtle move.
He is going for the kingside attack.
G4.
G4, G5.
Knight f6 by Thor. Now, knight d5 there was very good, attacking the queen instead.
Yes, that was the move that actually would have put Hafthor in a difficult situation. Which
he's playing on all fronts here, guys. He's attacking on the queen side and on the king side. I think Hafthor is just going to resign. This is too overwhelming.
I remember. Go ahead, Andrea.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say Austin calculated this out by knowing that Thor moved his queen early. He knew he was gonna kingside castle, so it was all planned.
Right.
King attack.
Yes, he had done a lesson with his coach on the fact that you can let your opponent commit their king to a side of the board.
Exactly.
And then play g4, h4. And a4 has a long-term idea of playing rook a3, clearing out the third rank and getting a rook onto g3,
yes.
Right?
A mastermind plan there.
Let me ask the two of you another question.
Oh.
You know that when rook f1, repositioning is castling except the king's on e1. I was going to say,
almost there.
You know, when beginners start off playing chess, they play a4 and rook a3. Why do beginners have a tendency to move their pawns? Is it that they're afraid to move their central pawns? Why is there this instinct?
I think they just like pushing their pawns in general. I remember when I'd play against, when I was a younger kid, everyone would just go a4, b4, c4, everything. So
Interesting.
My scholastic students from my program were all well equipped in, you know, cutting edge Najdorf theory, poison pawn variation, sometimes Taimanov, O'Kelly to mix it up, but other times you have Berlin, Chigorin.
Why didn't they play the Sveshnikov though, Levy? You're a terrible teacher. I mean, any self-respecting coach, especially from New York, should teach their students the Sveshnikov.
I know, but we were getting a lot of Rossalimo, so we wanted to avoid. Okay, I gotta stop.
Wait, guys, I have a serious question. Do you think Austin knows how to castle?
He just said in the chat he was trying to castle. I don't think he does.
No, that's why. He probably thought like rook g1 would somehow switch spots with his king. And then he gave it a second try with rook f1.
That's like me trying to tie a tie or something. You just like, throw it around, just hope it materializes, but it actually never does.
Yes, I haven't had to tie a tie in a while. They're all just tied in my in the closet already. I just put them on because otherwise it's just like, okay, let's try that again. Yeah, so he's only got one way to defend this queen. Well, a few, but he has to block is essentially the way.
See if he'll find it.
I have a bad feeling he might take that bishop. No, he does.
Wow.
Okay.
Good move. I like it.
Page 5, keeping the pin.
I'd say maybe he could manual castle, but the problem is the bishop on c5. He's never going to get that diagonal.
For white, knight f5 here attacking the queen would be a very sensible move. But Austin's got to find a way to disentangle his pieces here. He's really tangled up.
Disentangle. You got puns and vocab. You learned that on bigwords.com as well?
I did.
Bigwords.com, big sponsor of chess.
Indeed.
All right, Austin's defending his knight. He's being a little bit cautious here. Some decent instincts.
G3 and F3 is very interesting because he also has knight F5, which is a very legitimate idea.
Definitely. I don't know if he will see knight F5 though.
Yeah, and Thor thinking about what to do. He can take the pawn on e4. He can keep developing. Very complicated position.
But again, if he did like 2 hours of just training, he'd be super. His openings wouldn't be bad, and a lot of it is confidence. A lot of it is you arrive at the board and you're like, I'm gonna lose. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just gonna play moves. Whereas chess is so much about confidence. So much about confidence. Like you have to believe in the fact that you're gonna win the game or the match before you get there. And so he just needs a little bit of that. He'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Knight a2. You think he's gonna go b4 next?
Maybe rook b1.
That'd be a good play. I think maybe he saw that knight e2 would be blocking his queen and taking space from his king. Maybe he has a good thought process here.
Let's go watch some Hafthor ASMR. That's what I want to see right now.
Sounds great.
Would love some Hafthor ASMR.
Breathe in heavily. Wow.
Oh, wow.
This is quality content. I'm very happy.
This is too intense.
Why? I feel like he's breathing abnormally fast. Or maybe not. Maybe not.
This is good.
Why is he's huffing and puffing?
I think he's just saying something.
I don't think he's saying anything. If he's saying
He
something,
did not
I'm
open
terrified.
his mouth.
Right, that fire would come out.
Oh, the breathing intensifies. His nose is literally.
I think he's eating his microphone.
His nose is literally chilling on the mic. I'm
I mean, my man,
confused with this stance.
Those protein pancakes weren't good enough. He needs to eat the whole mic.
Yeah, next thing we see, you're just gonna gobble up the entire mic.
Austin went back rook g1. That's a pretty good. You know what I like? He hasn't blundered. Everything is solid.
That's true. That's a great point. And rook g1 was a pretty great move. Maybe he actually is going for the king attack. Or he's just making room for his king.
Yeah, it's not easy to make a move here for black. Like, I mean, there's many solid moves. Okay, knight b6 is decent.
All right, let's go back to the big board. We can leave the audio on for Hafthor.
Right.
He's not going to say anything. He'll just be breathing the entire time. No, we don't have to do that. That's going to be chaos. Knight b6. That attacks the a4 pawn.
Do you guys think Austin will go for the king side attack? Or is he going to get distracted by Thor's last move on the queen side?
I mean, I think he's going to go maybe a5 or like b3.
A5 would be a decent move, except knight c4, but it's a good try. B4 maybe.
It's 13 moves in, and the position is in the balance. The eval bar, I know, is a little bit in Mountain's favor. That's just because he's breathing very hard and scaring it, but normally it would be closer to about equal.
Well, I think he's going to eat the eval bar soon. It might disappear from our board.
Oh, that would
I've
be
heard it's
so
high in
nice.
protein.
That would be so nice.
This is definitely one of Austin's best games. Even though he played the opening very strange and wasted a lot of time with his rook, his position is not too bad.
So he's gone c3, actually defending the pawn on a4. Very nice. Oh, actually, no. D takes c3, exposes the rook on g1.
Yeah, that's tough to see. Hafthor takes, but does he see bishop g?
He does.
Austin was calculating. He was seeing that queen defense. But he missed that bishop.
Wow. Look at the speed with which Thor took that. Those protein pancakes were definitely not enough.
Yeah,
he's looking for more.
That's the second time. That's actually if you guys remember, in the first game, bishop c4 took g8. And we get bishop c5 takes g1. So,
Austin is repeating the same mistake.
So that is just something, a long-range bishop attack. He took it instantly. He saw it. All that comes from his experience. I also just realized that I didn't have Hafthor muted this entire time on my computer. He just said a word. He had not spoken in 5 minutes.
I think he said all right.
Is he slapping himself? What's going on?
I think he's finally. He was very serious, deep breathing, but now he's cooled down a little bit. He's talking, relaxed.
He just leaned back.
Because he won that rook, you can tell he's feeling a little bit better.
Oh, and F4 is somewhat unfortunate move.
And there goes the queen.
I've told you he was singing. He's actually singing.
Not yet. He hasn't taken it just yet, but it's the same distance, right? There's 3 squares in between the queen and yeah, he does spot it.
Has done it.
So I did say that Austin had not blundered, and that's just the difficulty of a closed position. All your pieces are locked together, and the second you create an opening, bishop, long range piece just comes straight down, pawn moves up, door opens for the other bishop, and looks like it's going to be 2-0.
Indeed. E takes F4 here would be sensible, which he does. Wow. Excellent technique here displayed by Thor.
This is difficult.
That all-you-can-eat buffet you mentioned, the plates are starting to get stocked up.
'94, yeah, another good move.
Yeah, I mean, this was a pretty tough matchup for Austin.
Yeah.
So, I know Austin's got one more matchup. Wait, is that a matchup against Wagamama?
Oh no. Let's see. I really hope not.
It is.
It is. Oh. Austin.
Couple hours of coaching. Oh man.
But Wagamama's even stronger than Thor on the board, of course.
Maybe. I mean, it's the physical strength is debatable. The chessboard, yeah. What if we do like a crowd effort? We do like chat votes when Austin plays against Wagamama. It's like
so Austin doesn't play his game pretty much then.
Listen, Austin is in this bracket, in this group D. I don't know if we have like the full standings, but in group D, we've got Wagamama, who is, in my opinion, the strongest player in the event. Not a lot of people are talking about him because Hafu has been doing a lot of lessons, a lot of training, but wow, this is about to be checkmate in 2, Queen D1.
Flawless technique by Mountain,
did
by the way.
Austin just do a cross? What was that? He looks very puzzled. Oh, okay.
Or deciding to just, chill a little bit, take a couple more pawns. Yeah.
Yeah, like Austin and Connor will get another chance in the consolation bracket. So
that is true. That's probably, he's praying, but I don't even know what he's praying for here.
No. He's hovering over the C3 square.
No way.
Okay.
Come on.
No, Thor won't Botez Gambit here.
He's doing that thing where he's touching all his pieces again. Sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to say.
He likes to taste them all.
Andrea and Alexandra have to do an intervention with Austin and just be like, listen, we got a chance at redemption in the consolation bracket. Let's go. It's going to be the biggest redemption arc of 2020.
I agree. We'll have to convince Austin to do some lessons, because I know my sister tried one and they just got distracted and talked about piloting for about a few hours. But at least she taught him the pieces that lesson. So.
Wow. Wait, about Flight Simulator?
Yeah, because Austin, he has some piloting experience, like real life.
Really?
Simulator.
Wow.
Yeah, it's his favorite hobby, and he did the first. I think it was a Flight Simulator stream, but that's exciting for him because he's finally doing. It was his first time doing solo content.
That is very cool. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of mates. Okay, he just goes for the ladder.
Yeah.
That actually is very cool. I mean, piloting is awesome. Knight D1. There is still Queen B2, by the way. You'd like a fancy checkmate. Well, congratulations to the Mountain. I think we are going to do our usual break after the games are over. See whether both players or one of them will be joining us to talk with us about the games, life, piloting, and whatnot. Don't go anywhere. Short break. We'll be right back with interviews.
What's that in pounds?
Yeah.
Pounds, well, 180 is 400 pounds, so it's a little bit less than 400. I'm still a
So
bit more.
as you guys can see, he had a huge size advantage in this match. I mean, it just wasn't even fair from the beginning, really.
Yeah, true.
You know,
It's okay, Austin. You had the hair advantage because I know
That's right.
you're always worried about your hair,
that's
but
right.
it was on point today.
Thank you.
So it must have made you feel good.
Thank you. At least something was on point today. You know, I'll have to go. It wasn't my best performance. I'm gonna have to go look at the tape and you know, see what went wrong. You know, as far as I'm aware, about everything went wrong. You know, stupid effing mistakes.
Actually, your first game was going pretty well. Like we thought you prepared opening there. Did you do any
did.
preparation? Oh, you did.
I did. I prepared an opening, but I don't know what happened. I didn't prepare the finish. What happened?
I am very much Team Austin. I've been saying if you get
Wrong.
like
Don't say that, Levy. Why would you say that?
He can get away with that because I'm not going to win. So it's he can get away with it.
True. There's
He
nothing
can
on
get
the
away
line.
with that. That's something in every other component, you
Well-
know. But anyway, go on.
No, I was just saying, like, obviously I've played I coached Thor a couple times.
Yeah.
He's done a lot of lessons with everybody, and also he's played chess in the past. So I'm just saying, if you get like 2 good hours, maybe a third if you're up for it, with the Botez sisters, like you'll be a beast. I mean, you'll be like top 2, top 3 in the consolation bracket. Easy.
Yeah, I think I did. It was very valuable. The 30 minutes that I spent with Alexandra was very valuable. I learned what the pieces were, and where they moved. And then my knowledge sort of stopped, and I forgot how to castle.
Yeah.
So
Austin,
know,
wasn't
trying
that
to-
lesson like 3 hours?
it was a 3-hour lesson. Yes. It just felt like 30 minutes. It just blew by.
Well, I think the chess only was 30 minutes, and then you guys just got a little bit distracted.
Yeah, we
so
were
we'll
talking the
work on
entire-
that.
Well, and also I want to correct the record here. I get a lot of flack for my 285 score, but I want to make it known that score was drawn down because I had to play Alexandra for the Tide Laundry Trials repeatedly. Okay,
Right.
so that's why the score is as low as it was. Okay,
Well,
you know,
when we do speed runs, we can ask for a reset rating. So
Yeah.
maybe you just you see what they say. I mean, worst comes to worst, they say no. But
I'm gonna
I also
advocate for that.
Thor, welcome. Congratulations. I was going to ask you, how come you play a little bit differently in the opening during Pogchamps than you usually do? Because you play kind of timid. Some setups aren't optimal. What's going on?
I feel like I do what I usually do. I try to castle quickly. I try to push my pawn up where my king is. It's called the Italian move or something. I can't remember the name of it. Yeah. And I feel like I've been doing that in the past. Yeah.
He was a dirty player. Unbelievable.
All
It was
tricks.
dirty.
Indeed.
Dirty.
Tricks.
Do we want to go over the first game where Thor pushed f3 and Austin had that brilliant knight move with his queen play?
Yes, gentlemen, you might see it on the live board. I don't know if you have it open, but move 6, knight h5 from Austin was a brilliancy. This was
It was a very
Well,
deep move.
Thank you.
yes.
Well,
And
you know, I really dug deep for that move, you know, and really came with a lot of forethought and foresight.
You just
Um,
forgot to follow up.
right.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
he faked the shot, but then he didn't
Did not
'Cause
follow
then-
through.
it was actually a very nice idea.
Mhm.
But so I've talked to both of you about separately, at least, about positioning in terms of the brackets. Your next matchup can start with Thor. You are going up, I think, against Connor.
Sorry. I'm just laughing at the idea. Austin, you're going up against the
See,
computer.
Austin, you're not the only one.
You're going. We can actually not find an opponent as bad to put you up against. Anyway, go on. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, Haftor, as of now, what is your goal in the event? I mean, I think we'll see you in championship bracket. You're gonna win the entire thing. Do you want to call out anybody? Trash talk anybody?
I want to do.
Chance.
Well, firstly, it's just an honor to, be a part of this event. And secondly, I'm just here to have fun and do my best. Obviously, I want to win each and every game. I am going to do my best in each and every game. I know there's a lot of talented people that are playing. So if I want to be able to win, I have to keep practicing, keep getting classes with these amazing people that have been so helpful. And yeah, just keep grinding basically, because like I feel there's a lot to improve. I'm still every single day making blunders, making mistakes. So there's a lot to improve, and I want to improve, and I want to get better, and hopefully, if I'm able to improve enough, I'll take it all the way.
That was so wholesome.
Yeah, that was great. Oh my God. I was like trying to divvy up how much time I was about to give Austin for a final word. Well, Austin, you got the floor for like 15 seconds before we put up the next matchup card. What do you got to say to your next opponent, Wagamama, the perennial?
All I can say is best of luck to you. I'm going to put in a hard training session, Thor. It's an absolute pleasure to lose to you, and best of luck for the rest of the competition.
Appreciate it, Tim. Good.
Thank you guys for being
You two are too wholesome. Thank you.
Well, hit the gym sometime, Thor.
Absolutely. Anytime.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go. All right.